Ну что ж, у нас темнеет. Можно много всего интересного поговорить. Ведь наверх посмотреть студию номер 3, чтобы поговорить с вероятной пострадавшей от рук вашего висельника. А также поговорить с поваром, что за адская авария он готовит. И у меня есть много разных скиллов, которые я, может быть, прокачаю.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence. The mention of mañana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar... They're friends. The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his and then seems to wait for you to speak.
Boss need more vodka?
Водка.
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits.
Of course, vodka. Now that makes a very, very special boy. Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea. Honestly, the place is a powder keg. He smiles, nodding vigorously, then pours half a bottle of vodka into the pot. With a whistle, he stirs the brew. He smiles and nods enthusiastically and, chattering away in his language, ladles some brew into a small thermal cup, then hands it to you.
Ну, все же угостили с супом свол. Отлично. И раз здесь безразмерный инвентарь. Просто чудесно.
You see a heavy steel. The key fits the dimple lock. It takes a bit of effort to turn it after all these years, but then the lock clicks.
Пойдем посмотрим.
Dust rises before you like mist. A tomb? No. Smells like engine grease and cut wood.
Мастерская.
All these mesmerizing machines, just waiting to be plugged back in and feels like it might jump back to life any moment. The lights illuminate.
Some kind of inane pinball theme, probably related to Messina during the DeLorean.
The lieutenant grimaces, looking at the machines.
No, I love it. I love pinball.
He doesn't.
You can't fire them up. They are broken. Only...
What a dumb name. Royalist Pinball. If they weren't broken, he would kick one of these machines about now.
No.
Over there, in the corner. Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats.
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats. A classic. Ah, great.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. Reads, get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready. Above the painting of a moustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, inspired by the legend of Cornelius Gordy. The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. Areas around the playfield represent Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats can discover, indeed. Think of them as balls. It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to go, finger boy.
I feel sorry for the gods. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was. The kind of a guy who uses the word savage, an avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by a wall-mounted hunting trophy. He also hit his wife and kids. Other people's kids too. But you seem to be having fun.
Your game is definitely improving. The jolly goats are flying all suddenly. A special passage leading to the summit slides open. Maneuvering a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their tiny hammer shatters something inside the machine. The words "pale rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a thick, milky fog.
Congratulations. This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. Some is actually leaking out of the machine. This can be navigated. The balls leave almost imperceptible disruptions. You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something special. 5 times you snatch him back from the jaws of death.
I am. I've seen it before. Played it too. You will eventually make a mistake and then it's all over.
How, if you can't even see it? The last goat plummets into the fog with almost suicidal glee. It killed itself. There goes nothing, finger boy. The machine is dead and silent.
Упс, я сломал.
This small elevator is dimly lit by smells of nougat and sweat. The maintenance card under the control panel reads, "Last maintenance." There are large rectangular buttons, monter, descente, and an international call for emergency.
That it does. I say, let's brave it. No, it was maintained in 88 of the previous century. Look on the bright side. If it fails, we will only sustain minor injuries. I'm talking, seems like a small freight elevator for transporting machinery. For that,
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tool.
at some point, 20 years ago, 15 maybe, looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 20.
A creak.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them.
Remember the dice maker? Then that means...
Ah, yes, as the novelty dice maker said. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case.
But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the connection.
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his established...
Stupid superstition. But still, it would be... It's not a ghost story. It's a curse, and God ought to be made knowledgeable so he can perform counterspells. You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new. Three weeks maximum from the dust coverage. It could easily have.
This is good. He likes it.
This isn't bad at all. It was a good idea to see where that door leads. Commendable work. It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, behind our rape victim's room, in the recent weeks.
Large prints, most likely made by Boots. One person has been here. They've gone back and forth. The tips point both ways.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe between that and that. No, these little horizontal lines are different.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love those. Oh, okay. Well, okay. What is back there? Ha! I knew it. I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean. No, I was just wondering if you found pinball machines there. No, but we could diversify. It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here. Other than...
Yeah, those numbers he's adding up. Sounds like he cares about the place. He's not going to be open. He should still know. You have to be forewarned about these things.
What? Why would you say that?
So he knows of the doomed commercial area and its address. He's thought about this.
Everyone knows of it. I've been working here for a long time, and that intercom has never been used by the Whirling. It's a sign of the Whirling in rags.
Relax, Mr. Gart. I'm sure there is no doom. He simply wants to share his discovery.
Does this look like part of a doomed commercial area? For 14 years, man. That...
He's done a fine job too. Though he's spoken of the place dismissively before, the hostel is actually very important to...
Yeah. It's slowly growing, even if it is part of the damn doomed commercial area. Yes, your police skills have delivered. I'm sure you'll get a comment. Some real estate management company. They never come around here, just collect money from afar. Well, it sure as hell wasn't.
It was you?
You look surprised. What? Hail, Holy Queen, by the Ateniers. Hail, Holy...
Good pick.
What about them? One is a basement dive frequented by chain-smoking communists.
He's hesitating, not sure if he should share this information.
The other is a kebab cart. It's very successful in its way, but it's nothing like that. Luck has got nothing to do with it. I need to think. So, if you didn't have anything else to tell... What wall? I'll have it fixed at once. Thank you for letting me know.
What a shame to fix such a good peephole.
Absolutely not. That would be idiotic.
In your defense, neither do I.
Thank you. I'll patch it up personally. Was there something else about the establishment? I hope not. Yes? Got the 20 real? Then why...
door is closed.
Who is it?
This is the police.
Come on up. The door is open.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere.
Oh, hello, dear.
Hi again, gendarme. Bye-bye, gendarme. Hi again, gendarme. You can keep it. I don't mind. I can appreciate beauty when I see it. Blend in where? At Carnival. Bye-bye, gendarme.
The door is small but heavy looking. It's barred from the inside.
Unless we've veered off into a folded M dimension, I'm expecting to step out on the roof. We could have...
Yes, it is quite likely that we will re-emerge on the M plane. Brace for psychokinetic impact. Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air. You catch a single white flower between your fingers. The rest The young woman looks at the Maybell in your hand. The lieutenant gives you six crumbling petals rest on your palm. They're white.
This is the Insulindian lily, called Maybells or Lucille's tears during the Revolution. Girls used to pin these on soldiers before sending them. The revolutionaries, so the communards and the anarchists. White, it's about girls and boys more than sight. Girls sending off boys who are going to their deaths, then also dying themselves in the ruins. Yes, but not these early, not to my knowledge. It looks dried, preserved. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see.
The petals feel dry and fragile. Water flows under the channel bridge. Dark water. You rub your sides for warmth. Inland, above the Martinez distributary, the channel that brought wastewater from the wrinkled fingers of an old man crushed.
Welcome to the roof.
Her hair is still slick from the shower. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young...
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will. Nice.
Where the ripe corpse of a man. The woman doesn't flinch, but there is something in her light brown eyes. A sadness.
Oh yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there. A third place? Interesting.
I'm Kim Kisoragi. I'm a detective.
This does not come as good news to him.
Have I ever? Have you grown accustomed to your role as a police officer? Like riding a cop-a-cycle.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man who was
Huh. I see.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult.
Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m. drinking coffee.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and following your lead. The lieutenant leans in close.
Looks like it, yes.
You know which window has not been recently replaced? Yes, that one. Cold wind is seeping in right now. Just This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills. It's been used quite a lot, but not for scrubbing blood off towels. Or it's clean of chemical odors too. This toothbrush belongs to someone who doesn't give a damn. Pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet upon sheet of pill bottle.
Anything of note?
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoperidol.
An opioid receptor antagonist. It's used for diamorphine overdoses.
Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gottwaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is a bright orange bottle with peptide stamped on it. In sunny, happy, and your chest swells with pride. Look, it's made right here in Revachol, but it's speed, man. Just what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk of
Peptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine.
the fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy.
I was just thinking. Clasier Amondu. Vredefort, Republic of Oranje. A bad memory, officer. Of lilacs and lightning. Parks, glass.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing.
The conference centers are filled with people who get angry at you if you do something.
Sooner or later, everyone does. I'm 28. Something stupid.
Want to hear what's stupid? Somewhere in a one-room apartment on Boogie Street, a young man shows patrol. His partner, Emil Mullins, can't be there. He's in another apartment with another man who's showing him he's warm, Mullins replies, because he's under the radiator.
Oranese lit. Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university. Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese.
If that's true, then Revacholian lit would fit you like a glove.
Nothing. I do nothing with it. Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have many things. A roller skating instructor.
It's the world's most tired. Miss Aranye, now there is something you should linger on. All things considered, very. Now linger.
It's a beauty pageant, held in the year of our century.
She was 14 at the time.
It's a competition for stupid girls. Men look at them and choose the most. When you have the fewest deviations from the norm. I've been told it's a type of mediocrity that I possess. Yes, and for that I got a crown and a sash and a scepter. Indeed,
Her voice is indifferent to the number.
I don't think I've ever heard anything less relevant.
It's okay. He's just getting his bearings. The world of beauty pageants is bewildering. Nothing. It's not very cool. Nothing. Cool. Many things.
It's the world's most tight. Miss Aranye, now there is something you should linger on.
Mm-hmm. I'm afraid you can't.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast.
Thank you for your candor.
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river. If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Claus. Look, officers, I like this place, but I don't want to become an indentured servant in a...
There are plenty of other reasons for hiding your documents from the law.
It's also why
Why else?
I'm an unpopular girl. They're the kind of hurry where you can't afford to not find your documents. But don't worry. I would love to change the subject. It's not important. Unless I'm some kind of suspect. Phew.
Playfully, she doesn't seem to be overly distressed. Or distressed at all, really.
Okie dokie. The record. So, yeah. It's pretty deluxe.
No one likes to talk about their dirty laundry and their empty bottles. Maybe if you phrase it emotionally.
I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November. Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol. Because it's the funkiest building in Martinez. And because I'm wintering.
How long?
About 4 months. Here in the Whirling. I heard this is where the washed up disco has-beens go. I'm really not. I'm winter.
How long?
About 4 months. Here in the world. I always wanted to see the only city in the world in the worst. Yeah. I've contaminated it pretty bad. The contamination spreads from room to room. First, I escaped upstairs. The sad got that too. For me, it's a mix of me with a lack of talk around the establishment is.
Somewhere below, military-grade SAD is dripping off the walls. You should say the first thing. It's honest. It will lead to introspection.
I love apricot chewing gum. Betrayed by the things we love. What a rotten deal.
Sheer terror, panic, and screaming.
Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Revachol. No, don't listen to the stiff. Be cool.
What did you say? No. You said narcomania. What kind of word is that? Mm-hmm. I.e. narcomaniacs. Comes in handy when you've done too many opioids.
Is that something that happens to you often, me?
Better safe than sorry. Oh, yes. One of my favorite. Like, not being able to stay up for 36 hours. Very funky. I did not. Mystery solved then. I kept wondering.
There may be more to this mystery at some later time. She's holding back. Let's make a mental note for now.
A peephole?
Yes, looking into your bedroom, miss.
Okay.
A jitter of fear and disgust moves through her body, beginning from her
Do you think this is somehow connected to me? Okay. Do you have any...
Unfortunately, no. But if I were to guess, long enough. The perforation is under the bookshelf on your wall. It should not be hard to cover with some tape.
Shit. I don't know. Maybe it's been there for a long... I'll be fucking covering it up with a lot of tape, that's for sure. Was there anything else back there? Huh.
She feels like quarry, encircled. Her eyes dart to the door.
Okay. I'm glad someone's had fun. Mm-hmm.
She's lost in thought, eyes narrowed, forehead furrowed.
It is.
The lieutenant makes a note in. He finds the answer unsatisfying.
Okay.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
Something difficult? I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. By sexually assaulted, you mean raped?
Yes.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
She sounds positively buoyant.
Is it? It is evening. Time flies, man. Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped.
By him, she must...
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know, if they want to jazz up the charges.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier. Pretty much.
Warming them.
I'm 89% sure. You know how it is.
Do you?
Maybe you don't.
There are numerous cigarette burns on those silvery scales.
In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild to medium not raped here. Let me make this 100% clear then, officer. I was not sexually assaulted. Would I be as... We partied. A lot of party.
From Titus. About her and Titus's relationship. That's where you heard it.
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that. Please, you're alive in 50. I've known people who party so hard they're dead at 14.
What did you do when you...
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. I guess you can say that, yes. A bit. Lovers is...
How did you two meet?
Downstairs. At the bar. He was on some sort of assignment. A military man, as you probably...
She appears aloof. But that scar part, the scary, is stressed and with longing.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that. Oh, yes. I have multiple...
A bitter cringe. It hurts.
You called us.
Yes.
Jackpot.
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call...
Reporting crimes is confidential in Revachol, miss.
Because I couldn't handle it anymore. None...
Tearing off his armor. Demeaning him. Throwing rocks at him.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little. With nail clippers. and I diverted some radio
So, she's God's mystery foam cutter.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too.
Thank you for making the call.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't...
He won't be down there long, miss. We will move the body to the morgue soon.
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe.
I know it's difficult, miss.
She meant she sees him in her dream.
You have? Not like I do.
She sees them in each other's arms. She fishes a cigarette out of her.
I can see the similarity. Yes.
Funny.
Funny how?
Nothing. I also saw him. We had a long inspection and that sort of thing sticks with.
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten.
And his role in the strike was...
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military. Worked for Wild Pines.
And they lynched him for...
She nods.
Bullet? They shot him too? They stripped his clothes and...
You mean after they hanged him?
I'm confused, sorry.
So am I. Were you aware?
Things are starting to go a little over my head here. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when...
This is beginning to get confusing for you too, and we don't like that. Where was she last Sunday night?
Cowering. I was cowering downstairs with Sylvie. They're frequent guests. Downstairs, they have a booth for union members. They're probably down. Over drinks. It's been a long... A little.
Like you partied with the...
No, not a...
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical...
I have. Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely.
Could that have been part of the reason they hanged him?
I hope not. Actually, I know that's not the reason. I'm careful about that kind of thing. Not crossing the wires, you know? Men like that? I don't know. It's the way...
She changes balance from one foot to another, crossing her legs. She breathes a silvery sigh of relief.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth. She looks at the dried petals in chipped white polish covers the net.
Pretty. Looks like a dried maybell. Is that the one you caught? A martial art, sir. Is that it? Why was there a flower on the roof?
Or an admirer?
Admirers? I'm too old to be a debutante. And this place is no fashionable society. Yes, you're just one room away.
Good. Yes. This means she could have heard something. Like what you were doing before you blacked out.
You do not need to know that. What you need is to ask normal police questions, like...
Get a grip, he thinks. At least do your personal stuff when I'm not here.
Yeah? Alright. Not my favorite topic. How about we, you know, change the subject to something more lighthearted now?
You made the right call there. It fit. I'm talking about your zero-tolerance policy toward the mania of narco. You're in the right there. Powerful. Yes, you're pure. unravaged by narco. Of course not. You've always been anti-narco militant material. You kept her off a...
That's good to hear. Looks like we have more to discuss. Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of... What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it. If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her. You think so? Being candid is the best way. She may be trying to control the pace of the...
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head.